Yo, what's up you guys, it's Kyle Barloon here coming at you with another video, and I just got home from a 12-hour day. Okay, I left the house at 7 a.m. and right now it is 7:30. You can't see that on my watch maybe, but anyway, I'm tired. And I drove past a bunch of fast food chains. I drove by a bunch of different stores. I wanted to go in and just get a bunch of food, but I realized, you know what? I can make an amazing recipe at home for a lot lower calorie, a lot more budget friendly. So here in this video today, I'm gonna give you a extra large pepperoni pizza. Okay, I'm excited to make this because whenever I go to Domino's, okay, I always get a large pepperoni pizza or I get a large this or that, and I always end up eating the whole thing. And at the end of the day, that's gonna be about 3,000 or more calories, and you just don't have that in the budget, yo. So I wanna make you guys a low calorie, low fat, high protein, large pizza. I'm excited for this. So I normally make like a smaller, more personal size, but I decided I'm really hungry and I got the calories for it today, so we're gonna go ahead and make a big one. So let's go ahead and get started. So when you're thinking of how we're gonna cut calories or how we're gonna make something healthier, the first thing you wanna target is the fat content. Fat has 9 calories per gram, and we're looking to cut that down because we can cut down the fat, we cut down the calories. So where is fat on a pizza? We got the meat, we have the cheese, and we have the dough as well. So what we're going to do is manipulate those main variables to help create a lower calorie pizza, but we're not gonna sacrifice taste. So the first thing we gotta make is the crust. So this crust has a lot of different ingredients that I like to put into it, but if you wanted to keep it really simple, all you need is Greek yogurt and some flour. That's all, whoops, that is all you need. But I like to spice things up, I like to make it a little bit tastier, and it just takes about an extra minute or so. So the very first thing we're going to do is we need to add 1 full cup, because we are going extra large here. 1 full cup of all-purpose flour. If you have self-rising, from my understanding, that makes it a little bit easier. I don't got that, not worried about it. And the next thing is we're gonna need, not the Greek yogurt yet, we wanna do all the dry ingredients first. The reason we wanna do the dry ingredients first is because it's gonna be easier to incorporate all those flavors throughout. So, save the Greek yogurt for last. Don't do what I've done the past like several times. Got some garlic powder. Why do these lights keep going out? Put some garlic powder in there. The next thing we're gonna put in there is just Italian seasoning. Bunch of salt, where's my salt? There's my salt. A tablespoon of baking powder. I believe this is powder. Yes, baking powder. About half a tablespoon of baking soda. This apparently helps it rise. I have no idea if it actually works or not, but that's what I was told, so that's what I put in it. Want to mix all those dry ingredients first, just like we said. Just take a fork, whisk it around. Now that we got that, we got our food scale. We need 220 grams of fat-free Greek yogurt. Okay, this has a total of 90 calories per serving, so we're looking at about 120 calories for this. And for those of you who are not math whizzes, this equals out to 1 cup of Greek yogurt. Now that we have this little concoction here, all you're going to do is slowly incorporate it and fold it over itself. It's eventually going to get like pasty and chunky, and that's what you're looking for. So you're gonna have to smash it with a fork a lot, you're gonna have to wipe your fork off, but I promise you, this is the most labor-intensive part. And if I haven't mentioned it yet, put your oven at 425 degrees. I'm gonna use a pizza stone because I'm bougie. So this is about what you're going to be left with. Hopefully you can see that. So it's kind of like a somewhat doughy, but it's kind of flaky at the same time. That's what we're looking for. Now what we're going to do is, I have never tried this before. Normally I would just flour this pan, but I'm actually gonna non-stick it today. We're gonna see how that goes. What you're going to do is, now you should have this crumbly looking mess, ball it all up. There we go. This is kind of the fun part. It's the messiest part, but it's fun. Well, looks like I'm gonna need some flour. There we go. Okay, toss her around. I'm gonna say on a normal pizza that I do, I use half of these ingredients, but again, since I'm doing an extra large, I doubled the recipe. So you have something that kind of resembles like a small pizza, like that. If you have a rolling pin, highly recommend you use one because it makes things a lot easier. And to slowly start pushing out the dough. And I like to kind of go in a circle, and that's gonna slowly get the size and shape you want. Oh, there we go. That's beautiful. It's looking good. All right, so I'm gonna flour this because you don't want to get too carried away then have it stick. Trying to do right now. That's the biggest thing. Like, you have to learn how to work it, and then you're gonna be good. If you don't have a rolling pin, this is all you have to do. Take your hands, push it out until it gets pretty thin. You don't want to go too thin where you burst through it, of course, but just get it thin enough because it's going to rise just a little bit. So there we have it. We have a large pizza, just like that. So this is what it looks like when you have just the flour. This is the hardest part. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven at 425 for 8 minutes. All right, so now what I'm going to do, nice and piping hot, there we go. Pizza stone is hot. I'm gonna spray it because I get paranoid about this pizza. I don't want it to stick. Then I take my pizza crust and slide it on. that goes in the oven for 8 minutes. And while that's cooking, I'm gonna clean up the table and show you exactly what we do to measure our toppings. We're just doing a basic pepperoni pizza, so there's only 3 toppings we need. We need pizza sauce, and this is 30 calories per serving per quarter cup. We're gonna use about 2 of these just because of the size of our pizza. I don't weigh it out because it's so low calories. Okay, there's no reason to really weigh this stuff out when you know that's not where the calories are coming from. But what I am going to need, and I am going to need to weigh out, is 5 servings of fat-free shredded cheese. I'm gonna do 5 servings, you can do 6 or fewer, but 6 times 28 grams, 30, 180, about 170 grams. That's how I do my math. So I'm gonna try to zoom up on this so you can see. 45 calories per serving, 9 grams of protein, 0 grams of fat. So this is the ticket here. If you want more cheesiness or a little bit more glossiness to your cheese, if that makes any sense, you want to use reduced fat, but you are going to be at 70 calories rather than 45. We're looking at about 170 grams, which turns out is the rest of my bag. How perfect is that? And then the next thing I'm going to need is at least 1 serving of turkey pepperoni. The reason we want to use turkey pepperoni, I'm going to turn on my autofocus so it might make some noise, but the reason we want to use turkey pepperoni is because per 15 slices, I believe, we're looking at only 70 calories. Yep, 70 calories right there. So that's going to be about 15 slices. If you want more, go ahead and do more. If we're talking grams, we're looking at 30 grams. And I want to do 1.5 servings, so I'm going to go 45 grams. Living life on the edge today. Still keeping that oven on because we're going to have to put the pizza back in. I'm going to take my pizza sauce. That looks about right. That's about 2 servings. That's about 1. Let's go a little bit more. A little more sauce. Take it. Spread it around, obviously. Again, this is not where the calories are coming from, so you can definitely play around with how much sauce you want. Next up, the cheese. Then, last but not least, our pepperoni. Oh man, I think 1.5 was probably a little too much. We're gonna squeeze them on though. There's a will, there's a way, right? So that is our pizza. It's gonna go in the oven for another 5 to 8 minutes or so, just depends on how done you want it. So once the cheese is melted and the pepperoni's at the temperature you want, just go ahead and pull it out, let it sit for a little bit, let it cool down, and enjoy. It's really, really simple. It's really, really easy to make. And what's nice is I started this at, I think, 7:30. It's 7:50 right now, and I'm almost done making this. So within 20, 30 minutes, you can have your own pizza that is low in calorie, that is high in protein, low in fat, and literally it takes the same amount of time as if you were to pop in a frozen pizza, you guys. This does not have to take up your time. Okay, this is what's amazing about these types of recipes, is they don't take a lot of time, they're enjoyable, they help you reach your goals, and they keep you on your diet because it's foods you love and crave. I wanted to go to Domino's and I wanted to get myself a large pizza. But not only am I going to spend 10, 15 bucks, I'm also going to be eating 3,000 plus calories on a stupid pizza, and I'm going to be craving more because I'm not full. The fat and the sugar in it is going to make you be like, oh, I want more of it. Not this one, okay? This one tastes amazing, but it's not going to leave you like craving more. Okay, it's going to satisfy that craving and you're not going to want to binge on other food later. This is what's awesome about this pizza, and I cannot wait to try my first ever extra large version of this. This is amazing. I'm so excited. All right, so while this has about another minute or 2 to cook, I found Domino's large pepperoni pizza on MyFitnessPal, and we are currently looking at 2,400 calories just for the pizza itself, the whole pizza, 100 grams of fat, 272 grams of carbs, and 96 grams of protein. So that is for 1 pizza at Domino's, the large. So at the end, once I show you our pizza, we'll tell you what mine is. Oh man, I gotta get up to this one. Holy buckets. Before I tell you the macros, we have to do a good old taste test. Again, I'm gonna eat this whole thing. I'm excited. Oh my god. That is cheesy, that is gooey, it's fresh, and I can tell that it's not super crappy and greasy for me. You want to take those extra steps. I highly recommend putting the garlic seasoning, Italian seasoning, and the salt inside the crust, because that helps make the crust flavorful. If you don't do that, you are missing out on some quality flavor. Just saying. The moment you've all been waiting for, the calorie and macro breakdown. In total, this pizza is 890 calories. Now keep in mind, I think we said the Domino's one was 2,400. So we have about 1/3 of the calories in this pizza for the same size, same volume. 91 grams of protein, so I'm pretty sure that's maybe 4 grams off from the Domino's one. So we're looking at pretty much the same amount of protein, 97 grams of carbs, a couple grams of fiber, and only 9 grams of fat. That is where we're saving all of our calories. We did fat-free cheese, we did low-fat pepperoni. Crust doesn't have fat. So when you put all that together, you take away almost 90 grams of fat. That is why this is so low calorie, and that is why this still tastes amazing, because the ingredients we used, even though they're fat-free. When you eat like this, you can't help but see results. When you enjoy food like this, remember guys, I'm gonna eat this whole thing, and it's only not even 900 calories, a little under 900 calories for the whole thing. So when you eat like this, you're going to enjoy your diet. You're not gonna feel like you're off track. You're not gonna feel like you're starving. You're not gonna feel like you're, deprived of anything like that. You're gonna enjoy what you eat. This is in my low-calorie cookbook, the cookbook for people who love to eat. Link to it is down in the description below. Once you pay, within 24 hours, I'll send you the cookbook to your email. So excited for this, you guys. Again, 890 calories, 91 grams of protein, 97 grams of carbs, and only 9 grams of fat. You can't beat it, guys. You can't beat it. Anyway, if you like this video, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.